The Mike magazine will be coming to you with more exclusive interviews. Guess who's going to be next? I guess we will never know. Stay tuned to Delta Sip. Angela Buckney here, the voice behind the mic. Delta Sip, where we sip slow and talk what we know. And if you need a commercial, let me know. Want to advertise? Not a problem. We have affordable rates. Call 662-207-2077. The views and opinions expressed in this channel are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any, because accidents can happen anytime, anywhere. You might need an attorney named Malik Z. Shabazz with 26 years personal injury experience, providing nationwide services. Attorney Malik Z. Shabazz has collected millions for his clients, and you could be next. Call today, 301-513-5445. Know your rights. Call Attorney Malik Z. Shabazz today.
Medicare. Are you turning 65 or new to Medicare? Part A and B. If so, you may qualify for additional benefits at no cost to you. Are you a veteran with Medicare Part A and B? If so, you may qualify for additional benefits at no cost to you. Call your local licensed professional agent, Juanita Lacey Larry. Don't hesitate. Call her today, 662-515-9414. Your local agent is waiting for you, 662-515-9414. That's Juanita Lacey Larry, 662-515-9414.
Beat the summer heat at Cypress Hills Resort in Greenville, Mississippi. At Cypress Hills Resort, summertime is a fun time where you and your family can take advantage of the newly remodeled swimming pool. Membership is affordable, but space is limited, so hurry. Join in person at the pool house and then take a splash for only $350 per family. If you're looking to turn your special event into a reality, Cypress Hills Resort can help with that too. Give Alyssa a call today. And welcome to another segment of Delta Sip, where we sip slow and talk what we know. We have a guest on this evening, but before we get to our guest, we want to let you guys know that we did have an unveiling at the casino yesterday evening, and a video for that. Give us just a minute. We wanted to show you guys a quick news clip of what is going on with the 48th annual Mississippi Delta Blues and Heritage Festival. Just a minute here.
Hey, Jesus, it's me. Listen, real quick before I do this, I just wanted to double check. That whole people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stone. That's just some dude said that. Like, that's not you. You didn't say that, did you? You said, let he who was without sin cast the first stone. You did. Oh my, I'm so glad I checked. I am so no reason.
I don't know if you knew this or not, but when you got saved, you got eternal life, forgiveness of sins, and access to a whole long list of ways that'll make you sound like way more spiritual of a person than you actually are. I don't think it's God's will. It's just not his timing. I'm feeling led in a different direction. Let me talk to my pastor about that. It's a closed door. I'm waiting on the Lord right now. I just don't feel peace about it right now. God has a different assignment for me. I just didn't feel prompted. I just don't feel like that's something that Jesus would do. But I just feel like I'm not in that season anymore. Can you you help me move this weekend? But normally I would, but I just feel like God is just telling me to rest right now. I just got a sense that it didn't line up. Right now I'm in a season of new wineskins. What does that even mean? I just feel like right now I'm in a season of creating margin and I just don't have the bandwidth. Are you even speaking English right now? I was just asking if you wanted to get a pizza. Prompting. How many times have I told you about the prompting? I'm not feeling the prompting. I don't know. I'm just not really feeling the Spirit's leading on this one. You know what? I'm not sure. Let me lay out a fleece on that one. Okay, I don't think anyone says.
Hey, Jesus, it's me. Listen, real quick before I do this, I just wanted to double check. That whole people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stone. That's just some dude said that. Like, that's not you. You didn't say that, did you? You said, let he who was without sin cast the first stone. You did. Oh my, I'm so glad I checked. I am so, no reason.
Beat the summer heat. Hey, listen, Angela Buckley here with another the moment everyone has been waiting for. Take a listen.
What Supervisor Brooks said, it is a lot of work to put this together, and we make it look easy because we do it and we've done it so long.
And now for the unveiling. And just like that, we have a winner, John Goodman of Little Rock, Arkansas. And he also won a $500 check. And for those who may be wondering who heads up the contest, it would be none other than Nettie Seard of Greenville, Mississippi. The poster was on sale at the unveiling and is still available. If you would like one, feel free to contact Chauncey Wright. And now a word from one of the sponsors.
The staff and Chauncey and your entire team, thank you for all that you do, and we're a staunch supporter of this organization, and we'll continue to do that. Just want you to know that we appreciate everything that all of you are doing, and thank you so much.
Watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have important information for our community, please send us videos and photos. If you need a professional commercial, let me know. Angela Buckman here, the voice behind the mic. And we are going to get on to our special guest right now. Oh, we got two of them. Okay. Wait a minute. Give me a second. And without further ado, we are going to bring on our special guest. Now, it may sound a little staticky. Welcome to the show, brothers.
What's happening?
Thank you.
Right.
Listen. I'm going to put a picture up here, and I want you guys to explain to us what we are looking at.
Go ahead, Leon. Mr. Timeout.
We're looking at a group of people that's fighting for our rights right there, man. We got a good crew going on. Everybody putting their input in. Everybody helping out on the fight. Most of all of them in the picture been by standing behind me with my fight against the Prairie Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mike Magazine dead in the middle. We got my brother Fred on the left side. We got John Barnett right next to him. We got Priscilla on the other end, and we got her friend next to me, and we got Taylor Made on the end. So hey, just letting everybody know, everybody got a fight going on. Ain't nobody alone in this fight.
Fred, when you look at that picture, what does it make you? What do you feel when you see it?
It just feel like I feel love, and I feel like we're starting something great, because if you look at it, it's really nobody in Jackson, in the Jackson area, particularly Mississippi, who's really putting in that work like we are doing in just a small amount of time that we've been together. And so for us just to come together like that, and it's just love, and we had accomplished one goal with the Rankin County Goon Squad, and now we have other fights that must continue. I just feel like it's the beginning of something great, some greatness going on in that room right there. Well, and how we just all different realms of a part of the state, just different realms of the part of the state. When we got Barnett coming from North Carolina, how we just came together, man. And you came in there. I wasn't even expecting you to pull up, especially with your husband, with Dennis. I wasn't even expecting him. But it was just love, man.
It was just so much love, man. I didn't even want to leave, and I was like, man.
Yeah, I hated to leave.
How can we have John C. Barnett in Mississippi, and we not all come together as the team of, the justice team,
Yeah.
We are our own Justice League, if you will, here in the state of Mississippi. And, we have Brother Leon there. Also, he's on the cover of the Mike Magazine. And on the flip side, we do have Kashia Bell from Leland, whose son was run over by a police officer who worked in Leland at that time. Leon.
Yes,
no. Brother Fred. Yeah, hold on. Brother Fred, tell me what you're looking at. Explain to us what happened today. Then we're going to go to Leon.
So basically, I went up there to support Brother Leon, Mr. Timeout. As far as his cases, he was found now guilty in Rankin County. And one of the officers that arrested him and called him a monkey, basically a racial slur, he's no longer with the Prairie Police Department, and he works with the Capitol Police. And so Mr. Leon wanted to take it upon himself to go up there and address the chief and let him know what type of officer he has on his squad.
So the purpose for the meeting today, Brother Leon, was what?
Basically, to see what type of officer, let him know what kind of officer he got on the squad, like Fred said, and to see what type of, how do he go by his complaints and stuff. For us, the citizen fill out a complaint on the officer, and he cleared all that up for us. He let us know that he don't tolerate no type of citizens' right being violated against his officers. And for us, he knew Darnell left on a clean slate from Pearl. The way he explained it is pretty much he hasn't done nothing wrong in his department. So it's basically Pearl didn't put nothing on his certification or nothing. So, and he haven't done anything, but if he do anything wrong in Capitol, he will be held accountable.
Now let's play a video for those who may not know who you're talking about.
Nobody said whoop you. We could have an understanding though. We said that we gonna have a fucking understanding. Okay, you arrested me for nothing. You mess with my family. I'm gonna take it personally.
You mess with
Damn
my family.
damn the job.
You taking all my
Damn the
money from my
motherfucking
family.
job. You hear what I
Taking all
said?
my money from my
Do you
family.
hear what I said?
Taking my money
You
from my family.
let something pop up from my
Taking my money
family.
from my family.
Let something pop up from my
Taking my
family.
money
Your
from my
ass is
family.
mine.
I love
You
my
understand?
family too.
Show this fucking motherfucking monkey. Get this motherfucker out of my car and take him to the station. Get out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
You taking money from my family.
Get out.
Yeah. How would you run? Hey, get your power out.
Fuck, get in the car. Straight to my goddamn family. Fuck you.
So you're saying that now make me understand. Uh, he was allowed to leave Pearl to resign possibly and go find a job somewhere else. And when he got to that job, they said, "Well, we don't have any issues with him," right?
Right.
Now, how did you feel knowing that you had the opportunity to talk to him?
Actually, was excited that he came out and did talk. Like he said, he addressed pretty much. He say back his officers 100%, but at the same time, if they do something wrong, then he told us basically he had about this time last year around 150 officers, and this time now he got about 130, but he probably let 30 or 40 go within that time frame of 1 year because of situations that occurred and
Well,
not
and people are coming and going, and it's just things that's happening. And of course, we can't talk about personnel matters or anybody in particular, but from what you gather, we do know that um, as of right now, this officer who you went to court with and you were found not guilty on how many charges?
3.
3 charges. You were found not guilty. And and this is I think this is the same case where you were called a monkey. Is that the same one?
Same one.
Now you have a pending case. Want to play something right here. Give me just a second.
He showed the man to go in the house. He showed a cop. I hear talking to the man. You're under arrest.
Don't go there.
What you doing to me? Hey, stay for the police. Hey, Josh!
Get back, man. Get back. How about that?
Okay, I'm going to go cop. I'm not doing a lot. It's his Josh. He didn't have no business tasing that man. What you do?
Oh, you not telling me to shut your mouth.
I'm tired of this. Okay, we just stay up to it, okay? I said you in arrest. You walked away from me. All right, go ahead. I already did so much for us. Leah just walked out the house.
Now,
That pissed me off watching it again.
say again.
That pissed me off watching it again.
Why?
It just cause it shouldn't have never happened, and this man's still on the force. Like that, he tased that man in his home, in his doorway, in front of his family. And I'm knowing the type of guy Leon is. I'm knowing in his mind he probably wanted to do something real bad at that time because that was so disrespectful, man. And he a lot of them guys they act so bad with that badge, man. That badge protect them. And that should have never happened to Leon, bro. That should have never happened to him.
I understand that Jerry Mitchell has just come out with another report on Rankin County. Now, according to Leon, there were no write-ups possibly for this guy. Nothing on his record. He got a clean slate. But in this new investigative report, people have been complaining. Nothing going in their file. Nothing in their file. Nobody put anything in these Rankin County deputies' files, from what I can gather. They kept one guy on over and over, and they didn't let him go until after he had done something. I think he allowed somebody to somebody took his car or something, his cruiser. An inmate who was in his custody took the car, and that's when they got rid of that guy. Now, do you believe that these guys are getting a slap on the wrist by allowing them to resign and not putting anything in their record, possibly, Leon?
Yeah, that's definitely basically getting a slap on the wrist. That's basically what they're doing. But the chief did explain to us earlier. He had an officer at one time and didn't know nothing about. The officer had been there like a year, and he ended up letting the officer go. And right after that, the FBI had indicted him on some charges that he knew nothing about. So,
and that goes to show you that if nothing is in their file, nothing is in their record, they're hiring them based on the fact that they have a clean background. But in actuality, they're pending litigations going on, like with what's going on with you. And you were found not guilty based on the Rankin County judge's findings and her verdict that was rendered up. Now,
allegedly, what I'm being told on Lent with the Pearl Police Department, that his certification had been took. And
wow.
The mayor of Pearl had to make some phone calls to get his certification back in order for him to get hired, because he was at the Byron Police Department. And what I'm being told, some multiple things went on there. So it's not a good look for him. And Rankin County deputy, a lot of people talking he need to be locked up.
These are some strong allegations, and the more we do our investigation as independent journalists, and the more legacy media or mainstream Mississippi media, people like Jerry Mitchell, do their reports, seemingly our reports are similar. We're finding out the same stuff that's happening right here in Mississippi with these officers.
And Miss Mike, I want to let the people know who don't know that the Trump DOJ, basically under under Trump's authority, have wiped away the police. I forgot what it's called, but the police database where all the conduct a police officer goes into, they have completely wiped that away. So now there's no record of keeping up with police conduct to keep them, from jumping around police departments. In the case of Sandra Bland, is it Sandra Bland, the one who got shot in the home? Is that her name? No, it wasn't Sandra Bland. What's her name? Sonia Massey. Sonia Massey.
Breonna Taylor.
Sonia Massey. Where the police officer who shot her in the home because she was picking up some boiling water. He thought he lied and said she was going to pour it on her. But he had a prior history of police misconduct. So,
but guess what? And I believe his old boss made a statement against him as well and said that's why we got rid of him. That's why he's not working with us, because we saw red flags and we got rid of that joker. Right? And then, somebody comes along and gives them a second chance. And I believe in second chances, guys. I really do. Right? Because you got people who might get upset, say some things, but if that pattern continues, if it's never addressed, now, how will we know you're getting a second chance if you're never being written up about anything? You can't get a second chance if you've never been written up. But you're hiring on people who right? And you know what the allegations were against them, but you still bring them on. What do you think it says about a police chief who brings on people and they are in the know? Because we know, according to Jerry Mitchell's investigation, Sheriff Brian Bailey says he knows nothing about what happened with the Goon Squad. The mother and father of one of those guys who are now incarcerated said they hope that Sheriff Brian Bailey is brought to justice. And these are white people talking about a white sheriff.
Yeah. I don't think it should just be Bailey. I think the judges should be held accountable.
Come on.
Anytime you letting people come to court with busted eyes busted eyes, busted lip. Something had to happen
Stand
to him.
before you.
Right. So
And they're
you
standing before you.
so these officers, once they get off one time, it's kind of like winning at the casino. When you win one
Wow.
time, it makes you want to go back and try it again. So this is the same thing dealing in the court cases. If I'm an officer and I beat this guy and bring him in front of the judge don't say anything to me. They find him guilty. I'd have won. So next time I'm gonna go back, do it again, beat another guy, bring him to court. Let
You
the family can't see him because he beat up too bad. So I mean, it shouldn't be just the officers or just the chief. It should also be the judges. A lot of
know
more people should be held accountable.
you make a valid point because listen, you go before the judge maybe the next day or 2 days, right? If it's a
Right,
holiday, give or take a couple of the weekend, right?
right.
I never thought about it like that, Brother Leon. When you say
That's what's going on in
the
prayer.
judge, don't
The
just
judges,
look at Sheriff Belly. Don't
the judges, they just signing any warrant that's brought to them. They not looking into none of it. They just I don't even know if they signing it at this point. The
Oh
officer
yeah,
might.
so right. I think yeah. I think in the
I think
case
the
of
officer.
assigning it, yep.
Yeah, I
Allegedly,
think the
yep.
judge. I believe the judge in prayer just gave them the right to sign the warrants because I see a lot of signatures on my paper, and the judge name not wrote the same all the time. So I'm thinking it's a possibility the officers just signing the warrants and they making how much the bond they want to be. I saw one of my paper, my bond was 50,000. Then it got moved to 70,000. Then it got moved with an anchor monitor. So I think the officer and my wife was told her bond gonna be 50,000 based off being affiliated with me. Told that from a police officer. So they probably making their own bonds up and doing what they want to do, and the judge is letting them get away with it.
But it sounds like if that's the case and you have documentation and you can compare, if they say Judge Redfield or Redfern or whatever his name is, because generally that's the name that comes up whenever I'm dealing with Pearl. Okay, that same Judge Redfield man, right? If you put those signatures side by side, you might need to get a handwriting expert to say who actually put the signature there. That's a valid point.
Yeah, I definitely love to do that and get a handwriting expert to check them out, and that shit shows right there. And basically, you could tell by when they put the anchor monitor on there. I mean, it was all jacked up. You couldn't even really tell what it was, and like the guy admitted, he's seen no paperwork. So ain't no telling how many people they'd have done this too, putting the ankle monitors on people with no paperwork, nothing to show for it. And the guy just ended up taking mine off one day when I told him I was gonna cut it off. But it's
People
supposed to
are
be
over that.
such a big crime.
Now, when you were waiting for that verdict and you ended up getting hurt and things like that, blah 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 blah. We were waiting for you to go to the hospital and things like that. We were on standby, and you were pretty much in limbo, legal limbo. Um, if you're not at the hospital, you gotta come back up here. If you go back up here, where are they gonna put you? Did they even have anywhere to put you? Because at that point, Rankin County had already said no. You cannot come out to that facility. And this is coming off the cups of somebody dying in that facility just recently.
Right. So they basically didn't know what to do. We was sitting in the parking lot, and the officer ended up just dropping me off in front of the hospital and driving off, like without my cell phone or anything. My cell phone ended up being in the chief hand, and I was told by law enforcement, one of my law enforcement buddies, I need to file a complaint on that because he possibly could put something in my phone, something come up saying it could be child porn or anything. So,
I never
and I
thought about
thought,
that.
yeah,
Yes,
and
go on.
I filed a complaint, and now I end up getting arrested because I filed a complaint. He said I falsified a crime. Basically, the chief looked into his own complaint and said I falsified a crime and gave me another charge.
So can you investigate your own investigation is my question.
No, we actually just talked to the chief in Capitol about that. And he said his complaints go to a totally different agency.
Division.
Yeah,
Supposed to.
yeah, yeah. He said due to a buddy end up with the complaint or something like that, it go to somebody who have no affiliation with the officer. So therefore, it'll get handled the right way.
So at this point, I believe, do they have an internal affairs at Pearl? I believe they do.
No, do not.
So the chief verbalized to you that you lied on a complaint and moved forward with telling you, allegedly now, everything in the complaint that you filed against him?
Yes, at first he told me it was against Lent because I filed a complaint on him and Lentz. So then I woke up one morning thinking about it and I emailed him and he'd come back and say he don't want to argue, just have our day in court. And I let him know I'm not arguing. I just want to know what I'm being charged with. You can either tell me by email, or I could come to the police station, or I could go to City Hall and put in a public record request. And he said, well, that's fair enough. He'll tell me. So he said, I was charged with falsifying a crime on the complaint against him.
Well,
I was charged with trespassing in the City Hall building.
Well,
and I was charged with
audio. You got video out there and everything saying why you were charged in the video.
right. And the officers, from what I've seen, the officer didn't know exactly what I was charged with at first. All they knew was I had a warrant. They didn't know what. They just knew falsifying a crime. They didn't.
Did you ever see the warrant?
No, I never seen the warrant.
Okay. Well, look.
I know the warrant.
Guys,
the warrant
I have a
came.
class I gotta go to.
Yeah, the warrant came pretty fast because
Say
that
that
was
again.
less than. I said the warrant came pretty fast because it was less than 5 hours maybe after I turned the complaint in when I was getting arrested.
Wow.
So
These are some strong allegations. These are some really strong allegations, and we have to deal with them as such. We do know that you guys are claiming success on today from what happened over at Capitol. And Brother Fred, I didn't get that picture. But you were standing there and you said, hey, they're marked safe. What do you mean by that post that you made?
Basically that I visit with the chief today. I felt comfortable. I still got my eye on him, but I felt comfortable in his leadership. And it's a shame that I was able to meet with him, and I've been my first time up there, and we met with him, and I've been to me and Leon been up to the Rankin County Sheriff Department numerous times, and we have not met Sheriff Brian Bailey. And so by Bo Ludden, the Chief Bo Ludden's presence and him talking to us and his demeanor and everything about him, man, I just like the way how he moved and how he talked to us and how he presented himself and how he said he's going to hold his officers accountable. I just like the way how he handled business today, and so I just felt like I was just saying we didn't have to blow our whistles today. Not saying we won't have to blow them in the future.
Did he act like your attire was intimidating?
No, he respected it. I mean, and he was very familiar with Leon's case, so he knew who we were. So like I say, it was all love, man. It was much respect, respect. I salute him.
Some people see that referee shirt and they automatically associate you with the asylum that's located in Pearl, but that wasn't the case today.
So look, hey, we gotta tell this though. So at first he didn't want to come out. He did not want to come out. Because he thought we were trying to do like a real live interview. And so he was like, he couldn't do an interview with us. But once we realized, right. So once we told him we had to let the desk let the desk lady know that, hey, we're not here for an interview. We just want to get some clarification on Mr. Leon's Mr. Timeout's situation. We want to straighten some stuff out. And I let him know, we don't want to be walking out here thinking y'all trying to cover some stuff up. Yeah. So the message was relayed. He came on out and he was like, hey, it ain't that type of party. And he was all cool, man. We was laughing and kicking it. And there was another guy with him too that knew Leon. So, and he was very respectable. So, man, it was just, I can't say nothing negative about the Capitol Police and to the chief today. And, and before I got there, I already had heard some good things about the chief. So, but in my mind, I got to judge this guy for myself.
Right.
And so me standing toe to toe with him and sizing him up and listening to him, I can't say nothing negative about it, because I really wanted to pull that camera out. I was ready to pull that camera out, blow my whistle.
Because that's what you have grown accustomed to. Is that correct?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And so with that being said, Brother Leon, the Justice League was in town. Everybody got together. Everybody left on a good note. Leon Seals is the Man of the Year for the Mike magazine. And this is not the end. We do know that you've had major success in Rankin County, and not just with Judge Adams, right? People have been finding you not guilty for other things, for some different things, and now this. And I like to tell people I'm stupid enough to believe that the justice system works. I'm stupid enough, and I hate to use the word stupid, but I am naive enough to believe that the Constitution still works. And regardless of how we may feel emotionally, there is justice. Justice for some looks one way. Justice for others may take a little bit longer and look another way, right? But for me, I believe that people are going to do the fair thing when we stand before a judge. That's just me, right?
Yeah,
And,
I'm smart enough. I'm smart enough to know the justice system ain't work for everybody. You got some people that's locked up today that buddy system played a part in it. Like it's definitely still going on.
And we got projects out there where they're trying, like Kim Kardashian is still fighting for people who have been locked up wrongfully. And we call that a miscarriage of justice, right? And so we got to get out there and make certain that the people who are incarcerated, if they're suffering from mental illness, that they get the true proper treatment that they need while they're incarcerated, because we do know that a lot of people fall by the wayside. They just put them in general population with everybody else, and they never get treatment, or they're not being reformed, if you will. We know all too well, Fred, you work for the Bureau of Prisons, and you see how you hate to leave work sometimes because you don't night shift is going to do, or how they're going to treat those inmates. But we got to make certain that we don't forget about them, because that's a valid point.
Yeah.
All right. Like my attorney said, I'm just one of the lucky ones that actually have people in the police department looking out for me. Actually got prosecutor numbers, got Rankin County deputies numbers, police officer numbers, judges numbers. So actually just got a lot of people looking and waiting on the outcome of my case and seeing how they go turn out. So I think all that play a role, and having a team behind me in the courtroom, I think all that plays a major role.
A lot of people are waiting to see what's going to happen with that shut your mouth taser being deployed before you even warn your colleagues, because you could have hurt them. You know, it's a lot of stuff. And he went on to be the officer of the month for the month of January, if I'm not mistaken, for the city of Pearl after that happened.
I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I really don't see him doing this case. I think it's gonna be dismissed. I don't think they even want to try this case. Like it's just ridiculous what he done, and I mean, there's no leg he could stand on in the courtroom.
Well,
If the justice system believe in doing what's right, then it should be easy.
got you. And on that note, Brother Fred, any final words before we go?
Hey, I just appreciate you allowing us on your platform, man. We're gonna keep up the good work, keep the fight going. And you know, justice for Leon Sears, Mr. Timeout.
And justice for the Whistleblower Project.
Yo, justice for me as well. And I want to let the people know too who don't know. The new deputy director, Mr. Joshua Smith, is a former inmate of the Bureau of Prisons. He was pardoned by Donald Trump. He now holds the position of a $200,000 position. He pled guilty to cocaine charges and other, and now he's second in command.
But guess what I say?
What's that?
He knows all too well what happens in that prison when people leave.
But yeah, that's true. But guess what though? How is he allowed to have a job when they are targeting whistleblowers? I'm not the only whistleblower that they are targeting in the Bureau of Prisons. Matter of fact, in the Department of Justice, period. So it's a slap in the face to a lot of officers. They don't really like the point that this guy is coming in and he hasn't even earned that title, and to just be shot up like that. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Listen,
I see what you're saying.
God could have worked on his heart while he was incarcerated. And he can very well use him as a beacon of hope and as somebody who can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So
well,
I'm not angry about it.
Yeah, I'm not angry about it either, but until they reach out to me and say, hey, we want to sit down at the table with you, let's get this worked out, I ain't got no love for now one of them.
Yeah, and I just want to let them know too, Mr. Timeout and the whistleblower, hey, we might pop up anywhere. Never know where we might be coming next. We might sip slow, and slip right on up to the Delta if we have to. Yeah, we're finna check the police. We're finna check the police departments out. We want to know policies. We want to know how they chief is. We want to know what's going on in the area.
Gotcha.
So, Mr. Timeout and the whistleblower. If we have to blow the whistle, we will now, but.
Yeah, and we want to be clear to let people know that you're not anti-police, you're anti-corruption. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. That's what we're going out there. We're going after all corrupt officers. We want to send a message to them.
We need good police officers. Sometimes they might get a little rough and stuff, but our people in our community, we understand that. And we need to know that at the end of the day, these people want to go home just like you want to go home. And again, hey, you're not anti-police, you're anti-corruption. Is that correct?
Correct. Treat people that you want your kids to be treated. That's how they need to wake up in the morning thinking. Treat the people like they want their kids to be treated. Hey, you might have a bad day. Hey, you gotta go home, gotta take you a bath and take it out on your wife at night. Don't take it out on us. Hey.
And on that note, we're gonna say thank you guys so much for giving us an update on what happened at Capitol on today. And we're gonna call. I still gotta call them allegations because I.
Oh my God.
Because I ain't talk to the chief, right? That's he's lying on that man. That man ain't talk to them.
Like your boy Clay up was saying, ain't no telling what these two clowns might pop up next.
Well, clowns is exactly how he likes to, that's the adjective he used to describe you all.
Oh man, he wanted to say something else. That's his code.
I love me some Clay Edwards. He knows that I love you guys as well. And so, and with that being said, we do understand that if these these concerns are important to you all. They're important to me at the Mike Magazine as an investigative reporter. I have to, I get emotional too, but I have to put my emotions to the side and truly write. When I write for the Jackson Advocate, I have to be fair in my writing, right? I have to talk to both sides. I have to make certain that I'm not leaving any stone unturned and things like that. But I too get emotional because I did a little video out there, you know, this won't be my first time talking about a judge. It's not my first time going against a judge. I've spoken about a judge in Maryland. So if you follow the Mike Magazine, nobody's off limits. No judge, no lawyer, no prosecutor. We had Dwayne Richardson, who everybody was hoping with Emmett Till's case, he would do something about Carolyn Bryan Dunham, but nothing ever happened. We never got a press conference from him. But guess what? I talked about him as well. But you know what? Dwayne Richardson, who's our district attorney in this area, he will tell you she has a job to do. I'm only doing my job. And even when I'm not doing an investigative report, at the end of the day, people got to understand this is an entertainment magazine. So we're going to entertain you and educate you at the same time. So if the sun will come out tomorrow, you'll get your verdict tomorrow. It's entertainment, but it's also educating the people at the same time. So we don't want you to get your panties in a bunch if you hear us say certain things. And Brother Fred might let a couple of words slip every now and then. They might be a little colorful, but you know exactly what he's saying, the content. I don't get offended by that, right? Because, people get angry. They let some words fly. But for me, I listen to the content. I listen to what you're saying, and I get it. I truly get it. And so over here,
I just heard Fred. You say you think Clay want to say something else. So then he go, what he gonna do? He go FAFO.
Hey, I ordered my shirt, y'all.
Yeah.
I ordered my shirt.
Yeah.
Hey.
He say what he want to say. Then he go FAFO. Then he gonna find out what his slogan about.
Listen, I ordered my shirt.
Which one? The referee shirt, right?
Nah, Fred won't give me one.
Ain't no way you ordered another shirt before you got the referee shirt.
Hey, if FAFO come before the referee shirt, shame on y'all.
We're gonna have to split you one in the middle. It's gonna be that and the referee shirt all in one.
Hey, we don't want to confuse the people now.
Yeah.
Hey, I said for Christmas, I'm gonna get you guys an FAFO shirt, and I'm gonna get Clay Edwards a referee shirt.
Yeah, they go fuck around and find out about the referees.
Listen, I love
You know
you
what?
guys.
You gonna make me dang. You know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah, I love you guys, man, and I love me some Clay Edwards. And people may not agree with them, and even when I'm sitting on a show, Fred, you were with me for the first show that I went to, and you guys hugged. And no beef, no animosity, but you guys just don't see things the same way, right? Now, me, I can sit there and I don't try to change either one of you all. I never say, Fred, you shouldn't talk like that. Leon, don't talk like Clay Edwards. Don't. I never come on you all's platform and tell you how to be a man.
Yeah, but it's the. Let me tell you something. I don't bother nobody. But when you start calling me like you going after me and Leon, calling us out, talking shit on the radio, and I try to stay out of the Clay lane. I ain't never brought him up, nothing like that. But this ain't the first time he's called me and Leon out on him.
Now you were tagging him.
Yeah, after he called us out, we ain't said nothing about Clay.
Okay.
Clay called us out.
Well, I wish there was a way that you guys could just get together and talk this thing out and hash it out.
No, what's gonna happen? We finna pull up to that motherfucking studio and call his ass out. And then if you don't say nothing, because I'm not with that playing and shit, you ain't finna keep talking. We can throw a friendly fade and that's just gonna be it.
Listen.
So you say we can set the boxing ring.
All of this talking and pulling up, that stuff can be taken differently now. It ain't nobody pulling up nowhere. Clay Aries, if you're listening, they don't mean that. And
I
on
do.
that
Oh,
note,
shit. Who don't mean it? Who don't?
on that note.
Hey, Jesus, it's me. Listen, real quick before I do this, I just wanted to double check. That whole people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stone. That's just some dude said that. Like, that's not you. You didn't say that, did you? You said, let he who was without sin cast the first stone. You did. Oh my, I'm so glad I checked. I am so, no reason.
Let he without sin cast the first stone. All of us have messed up somewhere. So we got to learn to forgive and move on. Listen, what's happening is you are allowing Clay Edwards to live rent-free in your head. Nick McClendon is allowing Leon Fields to live rent-free in his head. And Brother Fred, y'all got to get past this. Ain't nobody going to live up in here rent-free. I'm
Who?
on to the next thing.
We gone. We done moved on. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay.
He ain't gonna keep talking about me, and I ain't gonna pull up now. That's just, I ain't
I don't
gonna
know if
put.
you knew this or not, but when you got saved, you got eternal life, forgiveness of sins, and access to a whole long list of ways know that'll make you sound like way more spiritual of a person than you actually are. I don't think it's God's will. It's just not his timing. I'm feeling led in a different direction. Let me talk to my pastor about that. It's a closed door. I'm waiting on the Lord right now. I just don't feel peace about it right now. God has a different assignment for me. I just didn't feel prompted. I just don't feel like that's something that Jesus would do. But I just feel like I'm not in that season anymore. Can you help me move this weekend? But normally I would, but I just feel like God is just telling me to rest right now. I just got a sense that it didn't line up. Right now I'm in a season of new wineskins. What does that even mean? I just feel like right now I'm in a season of creating margin and I just don't have the bandwidth. Are you even speaking English right now? I was just asking if you wanted to get a pizza. Prompting. How many times have I told you about the prompting? I'm not feeling the prompting. I don't know. I'm just not really feeling the Spirit's leading on this one. You know what? I'm not sure. Let me lay out a fleece on that one. Okay, I don't think anyone says.
And on that note,
Yeah, Mike.
where did Brother Fred go?
Fred probably got out of there. Yeah, I don't think he's talking about pulling up the whooping, Mike.
Oh, okay. Thank you for
Yeah,
clearing it up.
he ain't talking about pulling up the whooping. Yeah.
Yeah. But look, thank you guys so much for coming on and letting us know what was going on with your
The capital.
visits. What'd you say?
So with the visit with the chief at the Capitol.
Yes, and I got to get to class so I can learn about EMR, right? Emergency
Oh yeah.
medical responders. So on
Yeah,
that note, y'all, Sarah, I'm on my way. I know I'm late. You know, I'm on Black people's
I probably
time.
need that. I probably need that information. So you need to go on up there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I probably need
Everything
that
I learned,
information.
I'm gonna pass it on to you.
So appreciate you.
Hey, thank you so much. And on that note, everybody, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Delta Sip, where we sip slow and talk what we know. And now we gotta go. We gotta go.
The Mike Magazine. Facebook is okay. However, YouTube is way better. Go follow me.